Hello everybody and welcome to the Weekender show. Now it's a very important weekend and it's an exciting one. There's going to be a lot of hope and romance. For some it's going to be the start of something beautiful. For others it could mean heartbreak. It's Valentine's Day, but it is one of the biggest weekends of football ever. Can I say ever?
No, probably not.
Okay, fair enough. I won't then. I'll take it back.
It's another weekend of football.
But it's an exciting one, a very, very exciting one. Flav, come on. Give me something. No. Anyway, I think it's a really exciting weekend of football and we're going to be talking about all of it in a second. First we're going to talk about things that we're looking forward to. On the panel this week, I've got Robbie from ArsenalFanTV, hello mate. Flav from The Fighting Cock, who is a Spurs fan. And Sam from United People's TV. You all well?
Good.
I can't wait for some love this weekend.
Moving on quickly. Let's guys, it's Valentine's Day on Sunday. This is what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to finding out how you guys are going to cope with the fact that you've got these massive games that you either are kind of almost taking part in or watching whilst Valentine's Day is going on. One thing that one of my mates is doing, I won't name him, name and shame him, but he's booked a 2-hour massage for his girlfriend as a treat at the exact time that Leicester are playing Arsenal because he's an Arsenal fan. She hasn't got a clue. She thinks he's being lovely and saying, "Oh look, off
But
you
if she
go."
watches this video, she's going to put 2 and 2 together. And
She
you
might
might not
do,
be
yeah.
naming and shaming, but you have effectively just busted your friend right there.
Well, she's a Hull City fan, so she won't be
watch
watching
that.
this. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Great move, I think. That. But how are you guys going to cope with Valentine's Day and these massive games?
If Spurs win, she might get lucky.
That's as good as it gets for Mrs. Flav. Fair enough. Robbie, what about Mrs. Law?
Take her out on Monday.
Is she aware of this? Do your two know? Do they know?
Actually, you know what?
Yeah.
The Arsenal game is on early, 12 o'clock, which is very... By the way, that game was a Saturday game originally. They moved it, so, that, without even caring what fans think. But the game's on very early, so it still gives you time to take your missus out later on. So that's one good thing about it.
When Spurs played Slavia Prague in European competition, it fell on Valentine's Day.
Right.
And Spurs fans sung, "You can stick your red roses up your arse because I love Tottenham more than you." For about 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
It was great.
There's a lot of breakups after that game, yeah?
You've got to be honest.
Did you win the game?
We won 2-1, yeah.
There you go.
It was worth it then.
Happy Valentine's Day. What are you looking forward to this weekend, Flav?
The start of the revolution. I can't tell you how impressed and proud and just bowled over by what's happened at Liverpool. I don't really like Liverpool fans or Liverpool as a football club. I'm sort of on a par with Chelsea, but that walkout in the 77th minute, I never thought that would work in English football. I just didn't think boycotts had a place in English football because we're not that kind of nation. But it worked.
It did work.
It really worked.
So obviously they've changed it now. The cap's going to be at £59. There's going to be 10,000 tickets. They're going to be £9 over the course of the season. So what I think it shows is that change can happen in football if the fans actually sort of speak with their feet, which is what they did last week.
There was also at Arsenal last week because they were trying to introduce this surcharge to charge extra money for the Barcelona game, and it was an outcry before it even got to the protest stage. There was an outcry across social media from Arsenal fans, and they actually reversed that as well. So we may be starting to see a bit of fan power coming for a change, which is good, because
Absolutely.
It's about time.
It's long overdue, isn't it?
Yeah, about time the owners of these clubs started to listen to the fans. No fans there. All those games this weekend would be not even worth watching.
Yeah.
You've seen games when they're behind closed doors. They're the most boringest games, even if they're big games. So, they've got to start respecting the fans. And I agree with you, Flav. Hats off to Liverpool fans.
Incredible.
That was brilliant.
And I guess the thing now is that's worked, but it's got to carry on now, hasn't it? Like you say, the revolution needs to start now, and fans need to, because it's not just freezing. I think actually ticket prices should be going down, surely.
I mean, if you look at what I think it was a couple of years ago, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge out in Bayern, obviously Germany have got this fan-owned clubs. They've got it on Smash. It's why the fans get such cheap season tickets. I mean, if you're looking at the margins of how much they're going to make from ticket sales of fans at home games, you're looking between less than 5 million a year, and in the grand scheme of things, that's going to buy you half a top-class player. In the margin. If you're looking at the money that's coming in from the TV deals, the buffer they're going to lose by dropping the ticket price is going to be minimal in comparison to what they're getting from these teams.
And this week as well, Dortmund, they were throwing the tennis balls against, I think it was Stuttgart, and if you look at the details of that, actually the tickets for that are like cheap tickets in the Premier League. So it really is time for us to do something.
15 quid a ticket or something that we're complaining about, which
I suppose it's all relevant.
It's expensive over there, but for over here. I mean,
it isn't even the price. Like £77 isn't the issue here, even if it's only 200 tickets. It's the fact that it's got to a point where it can be £77, and at some point you have to draw a line in the sand, and that's what they did.
That's why I think the next step is that you go, okay, you've frozen it, but with the amount, it's all in total, it's about 8 billion the Premier League team's going to get over the next 3 years. They need to go down. They need to go down quickly as well. Moving on, Sam, not as heavy an issue, I guess. What are you looking forward to this weekend?
Something much more light-hearted and exciting. I'm looking forward to Anthony Martial giving Billy Jones nightmares. I think watching him the last few games, he's been something that Old Trafford's lacked is excitement.
We're talking about Billy Jones, or are we talking about?
No, sorry, Billy Jones. I'm moving on to Anthony. But I get that game against Stoke. Every time you got the ball, you just shuffled towards the edge of your seat. And against Chelsea, he gave Ivanovic a torrid time. I don't really know how he didn't end up scoring. I mean, that save from Courtois was unbelievable, literally fingertips. I mean, he's come with a big price tag. He's lived up to it, and he's getting better going into February. Look at Angel Di Maria when he came in. Started off really hot, went off the boil, didn't come back.
Can I just... he's lived up to that price tag, is he?
Yeah, yes.
That's what I was thinking. Are you sure?
How much was it? 58
but in terms of... Come on, be realistic here. In his first
season...
In his first
season... He's doing well.
He's living up to that price tag.
He's doing well.
I'll change my tense for you.
I think what it is, right, is that you've been so bored this season. Because he's made a couple of decent runs, it's like, what's normal for a footballer? You've actually think it's great.
Will get into every single Premier League starting 11.
Moving on, Robbie, what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to the big one, Arsenal versus Leicester. Massive game this weekend.
It's not the big one.
We saw what Leicester did to Manchester City last week. They're on fire at the moment. Lots of people writing Arsenal off. Loads and loads of people writing Arsenal off, giving us no chance of winning the league. Leicester are going to destroy us, and I'm looking forward to us showing people that we still got a chance to win this league. So I know it's going to be a great game. Two really exciting teams. When we played them at their place, it was 5-2. So if we get that sort of game again this week, it'd be incredible.
Are you hoping that the atmosphere has been something that's been discussed quite a lot? If the atmosphere can't be good in this game, then
the atmosphere for that game will be electric.
You need
the
that
problem at the Emirates Stadium, and I think most grounds actually, especially the big clubs in the Premier League, is that if it's a game like you're playing Tottenham, Arsenal, if we're playing Man United, Chelsea, it's electric. But if we're playing Sunderland, if we're playing Swansea, teams like that where all the fans are coming expecting to be entertained, expecting to win, the atmosphere is not incredible. And that's what we need to fix. That is the difference between English football and football abroad, is that, the fans are up for the really big games. What about the other games? And but the atmosphere should be...
Because this is a big game. This is a big game.
Yeah, I mean, if we lose the game, I suppose lots of people are going to write us off. But if we win the game, we're right back in it. Absolutely. We're only 2 points then behind Leicester. So
it's going to be incredible, isn't it? So that's what we're looking forward to. Let us know what you're looking forward to in the comments below. The next video we'll be predicting 5 of the biggest games of this weekend. Make sure you don't miss it, and make sure you subscribe to the Bull Street channel.
Until it's mathematically ruled out, as a fan, you're never going to mentally take yourself away from the possibility.
Wait.
Probably not going to happen.
Wait, what are you saying? You're going to win the league?
I'm saying mathematically it is still possible.
No, I'm asking you. What